dice. You never know if it could change your life. Take a chance, you're neither wrong or right. You never know if you don't roll.
Hello, Matt.
Howdy, Rob.
And hello, Patreon listeners, to a very special bonus episode of Dungeon Master of None. Matt and I are in the same location, a rare occurrence for the DM of None pod.
Boy, I bet you know it smell in there.
You know it smells crazy in here. You know what else smells crazy, Matt? This unofficial, the ultimate guide to Dungeons and Dragons, which I literally found at the grocery store in the magazine racks, wedged between the National Enquirer and Good Housekeeping. This is literally a magazine, glossy magazine. The ultimate guide to Dungeons and Dragons.
So, Rob, like back in our day, to find anything related to Dungeons and Dragons, you had to go to a weird store, a weird place, and and like buy a book, or maybe if you were really lucky, you could find the library. It's blowing my mind that there is a book on Dungeons and Dragons in the grocery store.
Yes, it's very, very strange. Somehow Dungeons and Dragons has broken containment, and in the strangest conceivable way, because like Matt said, you know, you just didn't find D&D stuff where normies are. And I was in Winco, the cooperative grocery store in Portland, Oregon, and here it is. So, you know, we're going to talk about what's in here, but let me describe in a moment what exactly it looks like, because it's bizarre.
It's glossy. And it looks like, I mean, it doesn't look official, and it says unofficial at the very top, but yeah, it looks crazy.
And yet it is clearly official, because there are interviews with Wizards people and with people representing the D&D movie, and so on and so forth. It is clear, you know, you might wonder, you might guess, this is probably some kind of marketing effort related to Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Amongst Thieves. The publisher and distributor is A360 Media, and that's a tabloid company.
Oh, yeah. So, Rob, when you first showed this to me, I did a little research on A360 Media, which is the like new name of like American Media Holdings, which owns like the Enquirer and a bunch of other like supermarket rags. Like if you just look at their Wikipedia page, the main stories are like controversies related to catch and kill involving President Donald John Trump.
Yeah, this is a illustrious and honorable media institution that is now doing, I don't know, I wouldn't call this guerrilla marketing, because it's clearly not like a secret, but it is not, again, it says unofficial, it's not officially associated with Dungeons and Dragons, but like, why would anyone do this except for like Hasbro or Wizards marketing company? Another interesting thing about this glossy magazine is that all of the art, or most of the art, appears to be AI generated. Bunch of character portraits and dragons and evil looking guys, though I do think they got the rights to a handful of original D&D paintings.
Just as an example, on the cover page, Rob, there is a lich or a skeleton or a death knight that has perhaps like a normal looking skull, but perhaps 500 teeth. It's absolutely terrifying. There's also an elf that is clearly like based off of Orlando Bloom, just run through the AI filters. It's very, very frightening if you stare at any of these pictures for too long.
Yeah, this skull has, I think, 3 layers, maybe 4 layers of teeth. It's fine if you don't look too close, but I would be remiss if I did not, make this clear. So there's several sections of this magazine, and we're not going to talk about all of them, but it's a generalized magazine about Dungeons and Dragons. It includes such things as the phenomenon, a history of people playing D&D, the game itself, how you play it, and then for fun and profit, which includes such things as a bit on Critical Role, professional dungeon masters, a D&D Hall of Fame, and what's this? A look ahead at one D&D. How curious that there's a whole section on the next edition of Dungeons and Dragons. But the things that I'm most interested in